All right, red alert, red alert, red alert. Good news and bad news. Both. But the bad news first. When they passed the margin requirement rule, or the position limit rules of the CFTC, Bart Chilton came out and said, we've been doing a 2-year-plus investigation now on the silver manipulation. We do have some news. I'm going to stand back and let the CFTC Enforcement Division or whoever's going to come out with the press release and let you know what we found. I'm going to give them a few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. If they don't say anything, I personally, since I'm a commissioner of the CFTC, will let you know what we found. It's my duty. Well, everyone knows what they found is going to be J.P. Morgan Chase manipulating the markets. J.P. Morgan Chase also owns, from what I understand anyways, correct me if I'm wrong, the CME Group. The CME Group is the one that keeps setting the margin hikes on silver. When it was $50 silver, they came out 5 times in the span of like 10 or 12 days, smashing silver, boom, 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 down 32 bucks, starts to climb, 33, 35, 38, 42, 43, 44, right around there. Oh, they did it again recently. $40 silver, boom, smashed down to 26, 27 bucks. Now we're at 33, 34, 35. It's going back up clearly. Guess who come out? Guess who came out on Friday? Margin increases, everybody, but guess what? It's different this time. And as I told you personally in my videos, they only have so many cards, tools in the toolbox. The CME Group. And that tool, the only tool they have is margin hike, margin hike, margin hike. But what happens when they get to 100% of margin? Then what? Then anyone in the game doesn't have anything to worry about. You can't hike it past 100%, I guess. So what they just did Friday night while everyone's sleeping and partying, CME Group comes out. Well, first let me back up. Thursday, I read about the little press release coming from the CME Group, or maybe it was Friday morning. We've done some investigative material, as you all know, into the silver market manipulation. We started this 2 years ago, and we're looking into it, and we've looked into it, and blah, blah, blah. But it didn't say anything. I'm looking at it like, what is that? Continue. What did you find? Or tell us, we're still looking, and we found some stuff, but we're not ready to tell you yet because we're still looking. No, they just left it blank as hell. So you know Bart Chilton's fixing to come out to tell us what did they find, because they didn't want to say it. So no sooner than that happens, little press release, get ready. That's like the little hint, wink, wink, the J.P. Morgan, get ready. CME Group, Friday, we're raising all margin requirements, all margin fees, 100%. They did it. They used the final tool in the toolbox. They can't go any higher than 100%. But what has happened to the price of silver every time they did this? They smashed it down. Everyone sells off. Oh, I don't have the extra cash to make my account good from the new margin hike. Everyone liquidates. Price of silver gets smashed. It's already at $34 an ounce right now. It is fixing to be destroyed. Smashed. Come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever morning of next week. Today is Saturday. I was at my volunteer thing last night with the sheriff's department. Run until 11 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock at night. I didn't even get a chance to look at any news till I woke up this morning. Now, what does this mean? It means the manipulation is pretty much over as far as the CME Group doing it, because the CME Group can only raise the margin requirements. They just said, oh, we're going to 100%. Not only that, it's not just for silver. Headline, CME Group, all commodities, 100% margin requirements now. So, from what I understand, normally when you play the paper game, you have to come up with 10% of the money to play the game, plus a few more percentages, points worth of money, to have a margin. In case it goes down a little bit, you're covered. Your account's got some cash in there. If it goes up, you made some money, whatever. That's the margin fee or margin requirement. What they just ultimately did is said, let's just say, I don't know the exact number we've been out since they've kept rising these fees for silver, but we may have been at around 15% total to play the damn game. We are now at 20%. So 100% of the original 10%, right? So 10 of the original 100%. Let me back up. I'm confusing you. You had to come up with 10% of the money of the amount for the full size contract, what the actual amount was. 5,000 ounces of silver. Let's just call it $200,000 right? Let's just say right now 5,000 ounces of silver is worth $200,000. To play the game, you need 10% of that. So give us $20,000. And then recently, we need 10 more percent on top of that. Margin hike, margin hike, margin hike. So you need a total of $30,000. What they just did on Friday was say, you know what? We need $40,000 now, all of a sudden, and you need to comply by Monday morning. That's what they do. As I told you, J.P. Morgan Chase, the bankers, the elite scumbags, they do not buy on the high. They do not buy on fair market. They only buy when prices are destroyed and deeply depressed, which is what J.P. Morgan themselves did in 1929 with all the banks. You have an opportunity right now, today, to call your local coin dealer in any city near you, if you have physical silver, and call them. You buying any coins right now? Silver coins? I've got eagles, or I've got Indian heads, I've got this, that. Yes, we are. How many are you willing to buy? Because I've got a few hundred ounces, or I've got 50 ounces, or I've got whatever you got. And be specific with them. Oh, let's just, I've got 200 ounces. Can you cover that? Yep. Okay. What are you paying for that? $1 or right at spot price for eagles? Sounds kind of crappy, but no, it's not crappy. I'll be right down. I'm fixing to rush to the store. I'm liquidating a good portion of my silver today, right now, as soon as I'm done with this video, in anticipation of Monday, the destruction of not just silver and gold. The entire commodity market is probably going to be hammered and destroyed this week, starting Monday, because it wasn't just a margin increased 100% hike for silver, it was for all commodities, all of them. Silver, gold, oil, crude oil, all that stuff. Sugar, you name it. So, what Bix Weir was saying, by business close Monday, millions of options and futures holders will be forced to deposit billions of dollars in additional capital just to hold on to their contract. You think that's going to happen? No. The market is done. This is it. I told you we were looking at late October, sometime October. It's going to be destroyed. Sorry about that. We're in the 5th day of November. Sorry about being late, a little early on that. And it's looking like it's fixing to happen. I told you I would tell you what I'm going to do with my silver and when I'm going to do it. These bastards chose late Friday night so that no one can go to a coin dealer, no one can go to call somewhere, whatever, and liquidate their silver. I have a coin dealer down the street. I called him. He'll buy as much as I want to bring him, he said. I got a little more specific with him. Yeah, bring it down. Okay. You got that kind of money, I'm coming down. Do not sell more than $10,000 at one time to the coin dealer, because he has to report it to the IRS. Make sure it is under, like, around $9,000 or so. And if you have to have your wife or husband come in next to you with half of your silver, you come in and sell half, and then they come in right after you and sell half, fine. He'll cut 2 different checks. Everything's fine. Beautiful. Maybe he'll even be cool enough to say, well, let's just change the date. Let's say you were here yesterday. Maybe he's cool like that. Do not sell more than 10,000 at once. At the same time, I had good news. What's the good news? This sounds terrible. They're going to destroy the prices of everything. Where do you suppose silver and gold's going to go after J.P. Morgan and the banksters buy it all up for pennies on the dollar now, this week? Where do you suppose the price of gold and silver is going to go now that the CME group can't change the margin requirements anymore? They're already at 100%. J.P. Morgan's going to be busted. Bart Chilton's probably going to come out here over the next few days and say, hey, I gave the CFTC the opportunity. As you saw Thursday or Friday, they gave this nonsense response. Didn't say what they found. Let me tell you what they found. And by the way, J.P. Morgan has destroyed the silver market. They absolutely manipulated. Oh my God, everyone runs into gold and silver. Too late. You already sold out all your silver. They cleaned you out. You better, if you're going to do this, you have today and only today, unless tomorrow, Sunday, your coin dealers are open. Or if you can get there urgently Monday morning before the market's open, if there's even a such thing. And sell it all, take the check, cash, whatever, put it right into your bank account, and be on standby in front of AppMex.com or Gainesville Coins, somewhere, on standby, watching the market get destroyed, and when it's destroyed enough to where you feel comfortable, maybe it'll take Monday, Tuesday, who knows, then you go ahead and place the order. And you will make a massive increase of silver back than you originally started with. At the same time, if you said, man, I don't have time, I can't do it, I tried, oh no, my silver investment's destroyed. Yes, it is. But guess what? Where do you think it's going next? The elite know where it's going next. They do everything until they can't do it anymore, and then they capitalize on it. they're going to capitalize this week on the massive destruction of silver and gold prices and all commodities, and then they'll all go all in on them, and then we may start to see our shortages. So you better be quick if you're going to do this, and you better get your silver stuff locked in. As bad as I want to sell all of my silver, something in the back of a little safety net in the back of my head says, just in case you're wrong, Joe, maybe you should sell half of it or a little more than half of it. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't have any more time to discuss this, but the bottom line is the CME group can no longer manipulate the price of silver. They're already at 100% margin. I mean, unless they're allowed to go over that, from what my understanding and reading of this is that's it. 100%, they can't go any higher. So we shouldn't see any more manipulation. Again, they didn't do it with just silver. They did it with all commodities. So this is it. I told you I'd make the video. I'm making it now. If you decide not to sell your silver, which is completely fine, by the way, several of my friends that bought are telling me right now, man, I'm going to hang on. You can hang on and ride that train north of $50, $60, $70, $80, all the way up. The only reason I'm telling you right now to sell your silver is because you have an opportunity, literally 2 days of an opportunity, to make a massive profit right now at $35, no matter what you bought in at. Take that cash, sit back for a few days, Monday, Tuesday, boom, get back into the market. I don't mean the paper market, the real physical market, and then use the same money you got today, Saturday or Sunday, and then you say, oh my God, I just doubled or tripled whatever the silver I just had on Friday. This is incredible. And then you get to ride it back up past $50. You follow me? If you don't feel comfortable, sit back, keep it in your safe, and just chill. You'll still ride it up. I am tired of being taken advantage of by these bankers. I see what they're doing, and I just attached a grappling hook to the back of their coattails on this move. And you have an opportunity to do so right now. So, I have to go because this coin dealer closes in a little while. Take care.